What's up everybody, my name is Grim, welcome back to the channel. Now you guys have been waiting for a video like this for a very long time. I'm not showing my full collection today, but I'm going to show you guys my World Champions cabinet. Now this is the World Champions cabinet that you guys have known and I've spoken about multiple times. If you guys are new here, subscribe to the channel and now let's roll the intro.
Daniel, thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Now obviously it's a bit of a different video. Normally I'm sitting down, we're talking about mini helmets, but today we're looking at the World Championships cabinet. Yes, we have a Schumacher cabinet here which we could look at a little bit, but the World Champions cabinet, we're going to go through that right now with you guys. And yeah, it's a very different video starting 2025 strong with a correct video like this, right, to show you guys a bit of my collection. Just a tiny bit, just the World Champions cabinet section. Like I said, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget guys, follow me on Instagram down below. It's Tony_Latuga. So follow me on Instagram. Make sure you do all that. And yeah, so come. Alright, so this is how I display my cabinets, guys. I can go through the way to display cabinets and we're going to go through other type of videos like that during the year of 2025 before the Australian Grand Prix to help you Aussies who want to get autographs from F1 drivers. But this is one way I display it. I can give you guys where I get it from and stuff like that. The cabinets, for example. But today's concept is the World Champions cabinet. Now, of course, I have Lewis Hamilton, I have Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel, Nico Rosberg, Kimi Raikkonen, of course, a few of the old drivers here underneath. We have a little Max Verstappen collection under here. And of course, we have people like Sir Jackie Stewart, Alain Prost, Nelson Piquet. We'll go through all the helmets like right now. So let's start off, of course, with the Lewis Hamilton collection. Now, as you guys can see, this is before the 2025 Australian Grand Prix, so I have a few Lewis Hamilton helmets I need to bring with me to get signed by Lewis himself, but most of these are signed. So we'll go through them now. As you guys know, I've done a Lewis Hamilton collection video, but we can do this properly. We have the Lewis Hamilton 2020 second half of the Grand Prix season spec. We have the this is the 2023 Lewis Hamilton, of course, hand signed. I got this signed this year, actually in 2024. Actually, like the time I'm recording this video. So that's one of my favorite pieces. I really love what they've done here with Lewis's helmet. We have the Qatar 2021, the Rainbow Edition, a really cool piece by Lewis Hamilton. This one isn't signed, guys. So the two that are not signed in the collection at the moment is the Qatar and of course the Lewis Hamilton 2014 plus. So there's a couple of Hamilton helmets I need to bring for the Australian Grand Prix 2025. Now, the ones that are not signed is the Qatar 2021, a really cool piece. Obviously Lewis Hamilton's 2024 season helmet, the last season at Mercedes. Really rare actually. I feel like it's one of those helmets you really need in your collection. Obviously you won the British Grand Prix with that. So I see helmets and I think of just memories, right? When you see Hamilton. I have the 2014, which I brought this year as well. So I'm bringing these three bad boys. Also, this one right here, the 2021 Brazilian Grand Prix spec. So I've got 4 Lewis Hamilton helmets I need to get signed at the 2025 Australian Grand Prix. Of course, I've got my team with me that are going to help me. It's going to be difficult because obviously driving for Ferrari, to going to sign these, I don't know. We're going to be optimistic, we're going to pray, and we're going to do our best to get the Lewis Hamilton signatures. So of course, we are obviously running out of room in this Hamilton section, which we can, put maybe this one up here, just for the meantime. But we also have the Lewis Hamilton 2020 Australian Grand Prix spec, of course signed at the top by Hamilton. We have his 2015 helmet. This was my first Lewis Hamilton piece that I actually got in my collection, signed of course by Lewis. We have a few other ones, 2022, really cool. I really like the design of this helmet itself. Got this signed back I've got this signed in 2022, I got this signed in 2023 by Lewis Hamilton, and I got it signed together with the 2017. As you guys can see, the signatures are very similar because literally he was walking out of some section, I was by myself, had the two things like that. He grabbed his Sharpie out, boom, off the bat, 2 Lewis Hamiltons. It was priority to get these 2 signed at the time. I was lucky enough to get all my helmets signed that year by Hamilton. Of course, we have the 2021 when he lost to Max Verstappen, double signed here. And of course, the 2019 which is one of my favorite pieces. The red looks absolutely amazing. Can't wait to see Hamilton's helmet at Ferrari. Obviously, I predicted that, so people said that in the comments of my Lewis Hamilton video, but one of the cleanest Hamilton autographs you will see in someone's collection. Like I said, we're missing a couple of Lewis Hamilton autographs, but we're going to go for him in 2025. Now, if we come down to the next batch of people, I've got him in sort of order, right? So this era of Formula One is Raikkonen, Vettel, Nico Rosberg, Alonso. Now, as you guys will see, I am missing a couple of visors because I took them off when I went to Europe. I don't suggest a driver like Alonso, you just bring a visor because it's hard for them just to sign a visor, but when you're traveling overseas and you're going for a holiday and you're bringing the visor just in case, that's why they're off at the moment. I will have to put these back on for the Australian Grand Prix. So I'm missing 2 Alonso autographs here, which we're going to go for in 2025. I'll be doing a full 2025 helmet. What drivers I'm going to go for in 2025 videos soon, just before the Australian Grand Prix happens. We have 2 signed Fernando Alonso's. This bad boy here was signed at the top by Fernando originally. Then I bought the visor. I was managed to get that in 2022 signed. And then in 2023, Alonso signed that really clean Fernando Alonso signature. People that know Alonso signatures would know that's very, very clean. Actually, 2 of them are very, very clean, to be honest with you. Of course, I have the 4-time world champion, Sebastian Vettel. Now, Vettel is coming to the Australia-Sydney Race of Champions, where I might going to try and get 2 or 3 more Sebastian Vettel helmets. I like to have 4 helmets of a Formula One driver. Just that when I first started collecting, I didn't go crazy. That's why I only have 1 Sebastian Vettel, but Vettel's always really awesome, always really nice. We have the Nico Rosberg 2016. I had this since 2017, got it signed this year at Hungary, waiting for Nico Rosberg. I just bring the visor to Hungary. I've done a video on it, and I was managed and very lucky enough to get Nico Rosberg's autograph right there. So yeah, shout out to Nico Rosberg, really nice, cool dude. Now we have 4 Kimi Räikkönens. Now I've got 3 of them signed, 1 of them I don't have signed because obviously pandemic happened, Räikkönen retired, couldn't get this bad boy signed. But the only reason I bought this helmet was because the helmet was like $80 Australian. I really love this spec of his Ferrari helmet, Kimi Räikkönen. But I do have one of his Alfa Romeos signed on the visor, and of course his 2014 Ferrari spec helmet signed. These 2 I bought already signed from a place called DRM, and then I did end up getting my own signature, which took me 4 years to get. There is a video on it on my shorts where Raikkonen signed the back. Unfortunately with Sharpie, I tell you guys use uni paint pens, but you can't complain when you have someone like Kimi Räikkönen, okay? So he signed the back of this. I would have loved the visor, but I wasn't picky. He literally grabbed the helmet like this, he looked at it and signed the back, and we got a clean Kimi Räikkönen there. So 3 out of the 4 signed. Eventually I'll try and get this bad boy signed. I've always said in my head, if Robin Raikkonen comes to Formula One, I'm sure Kimi will come too. You got to think long game, man, with these helmet signings. I've got over 100 helmets, 95 plus are like signed, so that's where I'm at. As we come down here, we have a few more drivers, right? So we got Damon Hill signed right here, bad boy signed. Got that signed by, I got it already signed, brought it at DRM. Some drivers don't come to the Australian Grand Prix, so it's hard. So people like, for example, Damon Hill does come, but it was just easier for me to buy it already signed, so I'd have to bring more helmets. A very good quality helmet. This is signed by Alan Jones, the 1980s Formula One World Champion, Aussie. I've got the visor signed because I'm going to do a transformation on the visor eventually to an actual helmet. The only thing is that they've never made his helmet in mini helmet form. You have to make it custom and get it custom made and get it custom painted. So I've got the visor signed already, just in case it's ready to go. Then we have, of course, Nelson Piquet. That is really cool. Obviously it's signed in Sharpie, but Nelson Piquet, really rare signature to get. Haven't seen him at the Australian Grand Prix, and I've never seen Nigel Mansell, which I bought these 2 already signed by DRM as well, and that's signed by Nigel Mansell right there. So 2 really cool world champions. And actually moving on to Mika Hakkinen, which as you guys can see, signed by Mika. So Mika's got 2 different signatures. This is his short form signature. This was also by DRM. Those 3 drivers, as you guys can see, these 3 here, they haven't been to the Australian Grand Prix. Nelson Piquet, Nigel Mansell, and Mika Hakkinen for a very, very long time. Then we have, of course, very rare piece, the BAR Honda Jacques Villeneuve mini helmet. Now this I got signed at the Australian Grand Prix in 2022, double signature because I really love Jacques Villeneuve. Met him actually this year at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Really cool, had a photo with him. Absolutely awesome guy. I've never had any complaints with Jacques Villeneuve, and I love his commentary and his thoughts on Formula One in today's day and age. But as you guys see, signed on the visor and on the top. There is a scuff mark at the back, but this helmet's very rare. Early 2000s release. We have, of course, at the back, the 3-time Formula One World Champion, Sir Jackie Stewart. Hand signed, really clean signature. He does come to the Australian Grand Prix a lot. Really cool, signs a lot of people. His signature is a bit shaky at the moment because he's obviously getting older. But yeah, got him as well at the back. We have Alan Prost. Signed at the top by Alan Prost. Now, I actually bought this one already signed by someone else. I obviously had photo proof. I've talked a lot about making sure that the signature is legit and real, and there's ways to do that. This is a real legit signature from Alan Prost. I have seen Alan Prost before, but this was before I really got into mini helmets like that. I do bring the visor with me just in case to the Australian Grand Prix. Just in case he does rock up one day, I can just get that visor quickly signed. Of course, we have the 2009 World Champion, Jenson Button, hand signed by Jenson. Bought this one from DRM as well. A few of these older drivers I just bought already signed. So I'm missing a few older world champions, such as Mario Andretti. I've got a helmet. I need to ship it to him for him to sign it. So Mario Andretti, Fittipaldi, Jody Scheckter, and you can get Niki Lauda signed 1.2 scale helmets. You need to find the right person that's selling, but they are very, very costly. Also, I'm missing Keke Rosberg. So they're the 5 drivers that I'm missing in my World Champions cabinet. Then, of course, we have down the bottom, the new recent 4-time Formula 1 World Champion, Max Verstappen. Now, this got released during, obviously, 2024. So I'm bringing this to the Australian Grand Prix. The rookie season of Max Verstappen, really probably my favorite Max Verstappen helmet that's ever released. Absolutely awesome. So I'm bringing this bad boy to the Australian Grand Prix in 2025. We have a couple of more Maxes. These 2 bad boys already signed by Verstappen. A really cool rare helmet as well by Max, this one right here. And then I was unlucky because in 2024 at the Australian Grand Prix, I wasn't able to get a Verstappen signature because he's actually getting much more harder, much more rare to get. Doesn't really like going in the crowds. I bring the visor to Europe, couldn't get it, but I am going to bring this complete helmet here. Plus, I'm going to bring his 2024 helmet. So I've got 2023, 2024, and so I've got 3 Max Verstappens to get at the Australian Grand Prix. And then, of course, I have this one right here, the gold 2022 helmet, which is signed by Max. It's not the greatest Max signature, but now that Max is so difficult to get, I can't complain. I can't complain. So that is all the world champions I've got now. The other driver I haven't mentioned is Michael Schumacher. Now, you obviously can buy Michael Schumacher helmets already signed. The only thing is you need to find someone that's legit, and you need to find and know someone that's selling a legitimate piece. I don't really count it because I've got my Schumacher cabinet right here, which I'll give you guys a quick look at. I've really got every single Mick Schumacher helmet that's been released signed, but actually to recent, because maybe about 2 weeks ago, I made a video on it. They released a new Mick Schumacher, his 2024 helmet. So now I need to buy that, but Mick is coming to Sydney, so fingers crossed we do that. Maybe I could do a vlog getting Sebastian Vettel, Mick Schumacher, and try my luck in Sydney to see how we can go. But obviously we've got all the Mick Schumachers already signed. I've got Ralph Schumacher on the bottom. The only 2 drivers obviously is Michael, which I will eventually buy a signed Michael Schumacher, and David Schumacher, obviously Ralph's son. So there are a couple Schumachers I'm missing in the Schumacher collection. But guys, that has been my World Championships cabinet collection. It's taken me multiple years to build up a collection like this. Like I said, I'm only missing 5 world champions, not including Michael Schumacher, that are possible drivers to still have a signature from. Obviously, there's people like James Hunt and etc. that you can't get your mini helmet signed. But I'm literally just missing 5 drivers, and the World Championships cabinet will be literally complete with every single world champion that you guys could possibly get. I'm working towards it. It's taken many, many years, but it's an amazing collection. We've still got a long way to go. The Lewis Hamilton section is absolutely amazing. Being statistically the greatest of all time. Obviously, we have multiple crazy world champions: Fernando Alonso, Kimi Raikkonen, Nico Rosberg, Alan Jones. The list goes on, right? So that's my World Championships cabinet. Guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, please. We're trying to build that up. I know I should have at 1,000 subscribers, I'll show you guys my whole collection. This is only a little portion of the collection, the World Champions cabinet side. I think it's an entertaining video. I think it is. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, follow my Instagram as well. Do that down below, link down below. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in my next Formula 1 video. Thank you.
Whose helmet's that one?
Shut the f***, Alex.
It's a nice one.